So yeah, session 4, exit out of that. Nice. Okay. Okay, so on Discord, I'll give you my username so you can search me. And then from there I should be able to add you. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. And then, Fraser, if you can make sure, like, for this game, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but like for if you make character and you're playing the campaign, under your audio settings for PlayStation, if you want your voice to be actually like recorded, you have to go in. There's like I don't know what it is on PS5, but I know on PS4, there's a couple of different drop-down menus you gotta go through to actually find where like you allow. I think it's your under like permissions to allow your voice to be shared over broadcast, that kind of thing. So I know there were a couple of times before, like when we first started the campaign, that I think Johan's voice didn't get captured. So there's a couple of sessions like before, like it was like kind of seriously starting to do this, that just like you could barely hear like the echo of his voice through Noel's mic or something like that, and so to do that, I don't know what it is for PS5.
I don't think that's it. Should be something about broadcasting, but I'll double check.
Mm-hmm. But we'll do a last minute call for snacks and bathroom breaks, and we're going to start at 10 after. Ooh. Almost dropped it.
Okay, it's in your settings, go all the way down. It's capture and broadcast. Go to broadcast. Change your audio to include a party audio. I mean, personally, I don't care. But
it would take you a while to make your character if you want to actually sit down and go through the stuff. So
yeah, I think what we'll do is like you can definitely keep your voice on. You're welcome to, and maybe throughout the week. I know Zach and I were on pretty much not quite every day, but pretty regularly. We can go through and get a character set up for you, or not for you, but like with you, and close the door. There we go. Yeah. But I guess, like, so with our game, you know, I'm sure it's no problem with you, but like, it's the story takes place during a war, so there are things like the not we don't go too much into like the deep horrors of war, like we don't go through and we're like, yes, our characters went through are in a gas chamber and they're being, you know, persecuted through war crimes and everything like that. Like, we don't, it doesn't get that bad, but it does take place during a war.
Tell my guy's backstory.
Right. So, you know, there is things of like, species are enslaved, and you know it's war, so there's fighting, so there's quite a bit of death. I think, yeah, Noel's character Lucian has a lightsaber, so he's been known to chop off some limbs and stuff like that. So that does happen from time to time, and try to keep it somewhat lighthearted. There isn't like things like just like romance or like really explicit stuff. It's kind of not necessarily gloss over. Don't get real nitty gritty detail with it. Um, but yeah, just kind of try to keep it a little bit lighthearted. You don't feel like you have to because you're on I'm like because I'm recording it. You don't have to feel like you can't say something like if you swear or whatever or you curse, like that's not a problem to me. You probably figured out by now. Like I don't swear or curse really, um, but you're more than welcome to at my table, I guess. um, but
We prefer if you don't fucking swear.
Actually,
exactly.
I would prefer if you made your character and your character only talks and swears.
Yes. You can do that too. Um, I guess try not to munch into your microphone because that'll get those kind of things. But yeah, they're just kind of the ground rules. They're not really strenuous or anything like that. But yeah. So all right. Last session. Oh, wait a minute. First off, Ryan, are you here? I haven't heard you for a little bit.
You did tell everyone to go and do things
Right.
for a moment.
But it did just turn 10:10 for me, so.
Yes. His clock's just a little bit behind.
Yeah, maybe. Give him a minute till he's here.
Yeah, it's an hour behind.
Mm.
There's a new ghost ogre and snow rabbit.
You're starting with me moments before we start our session, Jordan.
I'm making jokes. I didn't know you got offended by a joke. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
He's
good.
offended, all right. AD debug? Fuck yeah.
Alright, where did you guys go?
Oh no, it's 9/11, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. For every 5 minutes he's gone, takes 1d4 true damage.
Yep.
Wow, I got a lot of stuff on that one. Oh, and that became prismatic? Or the royal? Dude. Pyrite Knight?
Oh yeah, Fraser, have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh before? Okay, yeah, we'll make plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh references. So.
Oh my God, my mic wasn't working. I was talking the entire time.
It was not working at
Yeah,
all.
it wasn't coming through. But we
You
can
were
hear
like,
you
"Are
now.
you here?" And I'm like,
That's
"I'm
what's
here."
important.
And then you just went on, and I was like, "I'm just munching on chips, trying to be quiet and mute myself." And then
Right.
you guys are like,
turn back on.
All right. You're
"Where
good,
you
Ryan.
at?" And then,
You're good. No te preocupes. Do not worry.
It's perfect because it gave me time because my computer was updating.
All right. So it's been a little while, so I'll try to do a bit of a deeper recap. And if there's anything that you guys feel like I missed, you guys can chirp in when you feel like you need to. So you guys arrived at the system of Kularin, which is kind of along the Corellian trade route. You guys have rescued and are currently returning back General Riken on the kind of overarching quest of getting the rebellion leaders after the events of Episode 6. Some of the rebel leaders are kind of throughout the galaxy, and they need them back together to form back a new republic. That's what they're trying to form. You guys had rescued him from Hosnian Prime and have now found yourselves in the system of Kularin. Upon exiting hyperspace, you guys came across a distress signal, responded to it, and you guys saved Captain Greg of the Moon Shadow from the pirates, and have currently are in the midst of coming up with a deal to having him work for you. However, you guys are doing that, that's you guys. But you guys landed at Kularin. There is currently a celebration going on for the 200th year of their colonization, and not everything is as what it seems on the planet. There are some pirates that are causing a ruckus, and most recently, there was a transport stolen from Rena's transport service. And one of the pirates didn't quite make it on the ship. It was making a break for it, and you guys intercepted him and caught him, and then through a series of exchanges had released him to Rena and for interrogation. And following the advice, I don't know if it would be advice. Following a lead, that lead being a drunk crazy man saying that there is a base, the pirate base is in the jungles, to the I forget, it was in north or west of the town, and you guys had left on some speeder bikes provided by Nimri, who has kind of hired you on as extra security, and he's given you some speeders. You guys left out of the city, the direction that was his name Boris? Is that what it was?
Wasn't there trader Boris clans in the town?
Yes, there's a couple of companies in the city of Gadrin and Hedret. One of them being House Hirskala, which is the one that you guys have kind of, for lack of a better term at the moment, aligned yourselves with. And there is Rena's transport service. There is the Metatherin cartel, and I believe there was one more. I don't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, I think those were the main three. So yeah, you guys were following the lead and leaving the town. Upon exiting the town and a little ways into the jungle, the party was accosted by a couple of pirates that were on speeder bikes. Luckily, you guys were able to shoot them off, and they went careening into the jungle. And
shoot is a relative term.
Yes, shoot is a relative term. Destroyed. We'll just say destroyed. The two speeder bikes that came after you, and you guys had come across what looked to be a semi-fresh cut trail leading up towards one of the mountains that looks to be somewhat recent, and in following the trail, you guys ended up where we are today, and you find yourselves currently surrounded by, I want to make sure I pronounce this right, so let me describe it a little bit better. following the trail, you guys have come across a bend, and in one of the bends in the trail, kind of where all this rock is at here on the right side of the map, is fairly center. Over there is actually like there's a bit of a steep cliff, and you can't see like what's on top of the cliff, but at the bottom of the cliff where all these rocks are at, there's actually like a pretty big pile of just garbage and like just like food scraps, if it's like containers and things like that. It's a dump site here at the in this kind of little nook area, and there are a bunch of the Mulisiki. They are about 3 foot long, four-legged creatures with smooth skin, a long, thin tail, and they have a nose that is very pronounced. And then I had a picture under the content tab on our Discord chat that, because I couldn't find a picture online for anything, so I had one generated. So that's loosely what they look like, and yes, you hear the sounds that they make coming from all around you, and that is where we last left off, with you guys rolling for initiative. Roll them up.
Ah, yes. The old initiative.
The old
Yay.
initiative.
Can you delete my token so I can put my own document?
Yes, I can. Can we do that for Fenrir as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're changing Fenrir? What?
No,
No,
I
he just
couldn't
can't
do those
manipulate it.
tokens.
Oh.
Now there are two of them. There we go.
There we go.
Alright, let me roll them up.
So
Check out
who
myself
rolled
a
that?
10.
That was you? Didn't show your profile.
Did my
Oh,
roll
it's because
show
you
up?
enrolled above. Okay.
Dang it.
Ooh, Jordan coming in good with
Nice.
the 20. Nice. No,
Nah,
just
dirty 20.
dirty
That
20.
was a dirty 20.
Did my roll show up?
It
Yes,
did,
it did.
good sir.
You rolled a 9.
Because I can't see it.
Yeah, you good, bro. Good. And then
I think that's my lowest roll yet.
yeah, you got a +4 to it. And again, Jordan, Fenrir will go on your turn as well.
Alright.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then how many do I got?
Oh, there's quite a few of them. Now, we see all the ones that are on the board right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, so. 6, 9, 11 of them.
Yes, sir. So, let's see here. So the sound of your speeder bikes kind of wind down as you're coming up the trail, and you hear. Let's see here.
We didn't already disembark the speeder bikes and started walking up?
No, at this moment you were still on your bikes, and if I remember correctly, one of them was
I
very
should be in
badly
the front,
damaged.
I believe. Yeah, it was their bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I should be in the front because I had the guide bot.
Yes, you do. You have the guide bot, who currently is like, his head is swiveling around and looking at the different creatures. He's like, "Oh no, do something, please. My protocol forbids me from attacking." Okay. So, Aurora.
Immediately chucks the robot at the enemies.
Right.
Aurora, I want you to tell me what your character does.
That's so weird when they go without saying that.
You're going first. You're top of the initiative order.
I'm going to start by force imbuing my chakram.
Do it up.
I'm gonna get off the speeder and move over a little bit to the right. And then I am going to chuck my chakram at the first enemy there.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. What did I give these guys again? Okay.
11.
That misses.
Right, then I will back the photo, and I'll pass his turn, and then Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get off the bike and run towards the same one.
Good.
Attack.
Okay.
Trying to find this stick on that app. There we go.
Alright, the 7, that also misses. The little creatures kind of bob and weave the way. They're maybe about like a third the size of Fenrir. So they're a little hard to hit. They're quite nimble creatures.
That's my turn?
That's your turn? Okay. So, out of sight, but definitely within earshot, you hear from, everybody hears from the north on the ledge above you are the same kind of shrieks that the creatures make as they're kind of scurrying around. And they have a ranged attack. So coming from over the ledge, there is these like they're fairly small, but these little globs fall off over the edge with a little bit of velocity to them. And when they impact the ground, they splat, and there is a horrible odor that comes from them. I need, let's see here, it's going to be the 3 of you. Fenrir isn't in range of it, but the 3 humanoid creatures. Lucian, what was your race again? It was the cat one, right?
I'm a Qatar.
Qatar. And then...
I'm a Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not working again?
And then I forget exactly what Aurora is as well.
I'm a Dyson.
But yes, I need each of you to make will saves, which is going to be your wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep, wisdom. And you need to be a 12.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Well, I like to see.
Hold on.
Oh
Aurora's
shit, I already
good.
did mine.
Lucian's good. So,
I didn't roll yet. So how am I
I,
good?
Oh, my bad. I got it
I
mixed up.
accidentally rolled it twice. I failed the first. I failed it.
Yeah. I seen 3 wisdom saves.
Sec.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, and a crit.
Oh.
Nice. So, Sylvaris, this one of the sink clouds like lands right at your feet and kind of catches you off guard because it's like, the jungle's got some smells to it and there's some pretty flowers or whatever and it's fairly fragrant, but then this putrid smell gets into your nostrils. For your next turn, or for this turn, if you make any kind of ability check or attack roll, it is at disadvantage.
Okay.
The rest of you are
What is that
okie
thing?
dokie.
What is that? Oh my god, I got it in my mouth. Oh, you guys. It's bad. It's really bad.
It's not that bad. Come on now.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Just gonna say that right now. Okay.
Confusion is on my face. Like, why is he throwing up?
You know, with a natural 20, it smells like the rest of the jungle, man. Like you got some like enhanced smelling, so it just smells like everything else. Um, so those were that up there. There are then these four here that are here closest are gonna make a run for Aurora.
I'm not gonna lie, I have my map so zoomed in I didn't see those four. So when I moved myself up there, I didn't recognize.
Quite all
I
right.
put myself in more danger.
Those four are going to move right up to you, and then there are a couple that are going to attack Fenrir. I will just do. Yep, that was a natural one on the first one, and that is a. Let me quick double check. So they have a. Yep. Yeah. Okay. That second one hits. Oh, third one does not.
What'd you
And
roll on the
the
second
fourth one misses. Had one good roll. Aurora, you take.
What was the roll?
It was at 18. That hits, correct? I suppose I forget.
Oh, well, it definitely hits, but I was trying to see if I had something that could make it
Oh,
not hit.
yep.
Yeah, I'll use my reaction and try to use deflection. I'll roll a
Okay.
d4 and add it to my AC.
I'm ready. You can do so. I'm going to roll a d4. You need to raise it up to 18 or higher.
I need a 3. Yep, it's
No go. Alright. Ooh, and you take 6 points of damage. Max damage on that one. But only one attack gets through. 2 more, go ahead and attack Fenrir, and that's a 10. And that's an 8. I'm assuming both of those miss.
Yeah, both of those miss.
Alright, so Varus, it is your turn. The smell is still like, it's like stuck in your nose.
Oh
and,
god, you guys, I'm tearing up. Oh god. I'm gonna get off the speeder bike.
Uh-huh.
It looks pretty rough. Trying to like hold my nose. I'm going to move up. Like 10 feet. Right? Oh, that's 15. Whatever. I'm gonna move. Ah, god damn it. There we go. I'm
Okay.
gonna move up with Aurora, and then I am going to attempt to take a shot with my gun here.
Okay. So you're gonna do it at disadvantage, and then you are super close to them. I forget. Have you? I don't remember your character sheet. Do you got a thing that's like when you're in that close of range, you have disadvantage or something like that?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's just how range fire is. Unless
Yeah.
he's doing a melee.
If you're as close as your character is right now, it would be a very difficult shot.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should actually put the dodge action instead. I'll just put, or I'll use the dodge action instead.
Okay.
Goes back to normal, and then I will end my turn.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. One of these from back over here starts to scurry down the ledge. They're on the would be the left side or the west side of the map. Another one of these Mulisiki starts scurrying down and kind of tumbles a little bit. And then once it like lands, it looks at you, Lucian, and goes. And then it is your turn, Lucian. Ryan, you
I
there?
think he ended up muting himself because I was gonna say I heard stuff in the
Yeah,
background.
sorry, I had to tell her to turn the vacuum cleaner off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, perfect time to do that.
Yeah, right?
Uh,
Okay, so I want to move up next to Fenrir, like the top left square
okay.
of him, and I would like to attack the one in close quarters with him
Okay.
with my lightsaber.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Did it work?
Big roll.
Yes, a 24. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
And that wasn't a crit?
I accidentally
No,
hit
it
attack.
wasn't.
He has +6.
Yeah, you
He
got plus
rolled a
6
eight.
on
Oh,
that
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's dead. Delete. Actually,
That
no,
hold
not-
on, that wasn't a damage roll. That was a attack roll.
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
accidentally
twice.
rolled
Oh, you did it
Yeah,
twice.
accidentally
Okay.
rolled it twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if you still roll 14 damage. 1 damage. Okay. You did the minimum amount. Sorry. So you go to swing on it. You like, it's got like you cut the tip of its snout off, like the very tip of it. It's enough to make it, react in pain, but it's still standing there. The first damage has been done.
Also,
Yay.
question for future attacks. Do I
Yes.
get bonuses being flanked with Fenrir? To hit? Not to damage. I know not to damage, but to hit.
Yeah, depending on positioning, you get advantage. Like
Okay.
you get a
Or
flank.
a
There is a
bonus.
flanking bonus, but not at this moment.
This Fenrir has pack tactics.
Okay.
So he has
Anything
advantage.
else on your turn?
Nope, that's it. That's
Okay.
all. I did my action. I don't have a bonus action that I think I can
Alrighty.
perform.
Then these two here are just going to also they're going to scurry over the garbage pile, and they start making their little ways closer to you guys, trying to defend their garbage. With that, it is Aurora and Fenrir's turn. Back at the top of the order.
I am going to. Let me read this again because it's been a while. Go load. That doesn't. So now I won't do that. Okay, I think I'm going to disengage.
Alrighty, you do so. That's your action.
I'll move it back. Then I am going to cast Hex on the one on the far left.
On the far left, you're talking about the one that is the farthest west?
Yeah.
Okay. What I do is I would just put like a blue dot on it.
I will pass turn.
Okay.
And then Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
Since Lucian is in 5 feet, he has the advantage
Yes.
on his attack roll.
Okay.
Do the pack tactics.
You can do so.
And he's gonna get the claw, the one next in between him and Lucian.
Yes. Okay. Definitely hits. And roll damage. 11. That one is Dunzo. The
And that's
claws
the turn.
reek across its chest cavity, and a bit of blood spurts out of it and falls over limp. Dead. Alright. Then, once again, from above the ledge to the north of you guys, another couple of these stink globs come hurtling over the edge, and Aurora and Silvaris need you to make wisdom saving throws. You guys are in range. Seven to fail. Then Aurora needs to make a wisdom save. 15. That does succeed. So once again, Zach, it's the same condition. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, as this smell just seems to follow you around.
Oh my god. It's like permeating in my nose. Whoa.
Yep. So these same creatures, they having, you know, one of their enemies flee, they're like, oh, but so you're right here, and they will move up to try to get you to go away, and they're going to make attacks at disadvantage. So, nope.
They make it at disadvantage, yeah.
That is an unnatural 20, so one of them hits. That is a miss. That is also a miss, and then last one. Yeah, that's also a miss. So one of them hits you with a one of their bite attacks.
Okay.
And it does 3 points of damage.
Oh, fucking ankle biting piece of crap.
Yep, and it is now your turn.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, swing with my offhand using the shield.
Is that the one where like you have
Bash.
to make your action has to be attack, and then it's a bonus action to continue to attack?
When your shield is, when you use a shield as an improvised weapon, you're considered proficient in it. I figured I could use it as a improvised weapon and do it as an offhand, since it's in my offhand.
If you are if you're dual wielding, in a sense, you have your main attack, and then you're able to do your bonus action attack.
Oh, is it
Mhm.
like that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure, and it's when you're dual wielding, you can just make the bonus an action whenever, but when you're a monk, you have to attack and then do the bonus action kick. I think
I
that's
was
the
looking
monk
at
thing.
I was looking at the actions that you can do, and it has the offhand attack after attack with a light weapon. Attack with
Yeah, I believe
yeah,
if you
that's
like
what
if
it
you
is.
had two daggers,
So,
you
yeah.
can do the offhand whenever.
I guess what I can do then is
Unless if that was like one of your maneuvers,
I will
or what your
No.
fighting style allowed that.
my maneuver right now. Okay, no, it's not that. What I'll do is I will disengage,
Okay.
and then I will move back. Back here.
Okay, you can do so.
We're gonna have to figure out something, man. There's a lot of these things around here that I'm eyeing out. all of these creatures around the area.
Mm-hmm. And they are like kind of like all like waddling closer towards you.
If you keep those three in a line, I may be able to deal with them.
We'll see about that. I'm gonna ready myself for the next turn, I guess. We're gonna end turn.
Okay. The there's the one that is up there with Fenrir is going to try to attack it, and ooh, that is a natural 20.
Oh, that definitely hits. That's gonna hurt.
So that is 5 points of damage.
Oh, it's not bad.
No, it's not.
It's gonna hurt. I
uh,
tickle your underside.
Yeah,
you
I
get a
did
little
minimum
stretched.
damage on the crit, so
Yeah, I'll take
it gets its mouth around one of Fenrir's ankles and starts gnawing on it,
I love you.
Attacking.
and that's it.
Oh, I love you too.
Thanks,
So sweet of you.
Ryan. So yeah,
That was Frieza.
one of the
Better
creatures
come
starts
hug me.
like gnawing on Fenrir's ankle, and he yelps. That it is Lucian's turn.
Love you too. You guys tomorrow. Okay, what's next?
Your turn is up. The
I want to move down
Mhm.
2 squares
Okay.
and attack the one that is attacking Fenrir. And
you can do so.
I would like to use a key point, or no, they're not key points. What are they called?
Force points.
Force point to, if I hit, to do a double strike.
Okay. Make that roll.
It's having trouble loading my character. Okay. So. Launch the game.
Do it now.
There you go, the character. Because I can't look at the map and the character sheet at the same time. I roll.
Ooh, nice. That is definitely a hit. 18.
Okay. And it keeps opening the asteroid like 100 times over.
How many tabs do you have
Okay.
open that is just that stupid asteroid?
Every time I open my character sheet, it opens the asteroid from anywhere from like 3, a minimum of 3, to 6 times. So I'm sitting there close.
I mean, that asteroid is an important part of the lore.
It is.
1 point of damage again,
Yep.
and then the double strike. How does that work? I roll again.
Yes. Go ahead
Roll
and
it.
make another attack roll.
Okay. Un momento, por favor. Character
Natural 20.
is not loading. Is not loading. Asteroid. Oh, asteroid was 1 time.
Asteroid only 1 time.
And then
The
Okay,
the
now-
double strike,
now
he
it's
just
loaded.
rolls a d4 and adds it to the damage. I
Okay.
just wanna look it
There
up.
that
we go.
is?
Yes, that's what I needed to know.
mhm. I don't got it in front of me at the moment, so
So that, and then slash roll d4. Roll d4.
2. Nice.
So 3 points of damage.
That one looks
Which is-
very badly damaged as you send your lightsaber flinging through the air. You catch it, and it basically is
average.
like slumped over, but still alive.
Usually, by the time I attack something a second time, it's dead. I am not doing good.
Also, remember if you want, if it's faster or more convenient, if you have a set of dice. I remember that, right?
I
Oh, that's right, but you
don't know
just
where
moved.
they are.
Yep, gotcha. Okay, never mind. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No, that's it. That
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions. I don't believe.
Alrighty. So then, two more would come waddling up, seeing their friends get hurt. They're like, "Oh, let us go save our kin," and they start waddling their way up. Jordan, Aurora, it is your turn. Aurora and Fenrir.
Alright, I'm gonna fly a little bit closer.
Okay,
And
you do so.
then I'm
You're right
going
up against
to
the rock face at this point.
cast Improved Pyrokinesis.
Okay, we'll
Let
put
me
that in the
pull it up for you.
Roll20 chat thing.
Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Give me a second. I pulled up Rafal.
Rufal! Rufal!
Yep, it's for fall.
Okay. Does it pull up the chat or do I need to do it the other way? It does.
It's a dexterity save.
I see a DC.
Dexterity save. I put a wall of flame 30 feet long, 5 feet wide, and I'll do it in a straight line from me through them. And they make a dexterity save or take 3d8.
Okay, gotcha.
They still take damage, just not as much.
Yeah, they take half damage
Right.
if they save.
Well, it's a good thing these things are very dexterous. Okay, DC. Okay, well, that's a 24. That saves. That is a 17. That one saves.
I know.
That is a 14. If it meets, it beats. So the third one saves.
So they all take 6.
So take 6 points of damage. Well, that is enough to kill them.
Very nice.
Yep.
And then as I'm casting this, I say, "Kneel before me."
Oh gosh. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else that Aurora wants to do, or is that it? I think that's it. Right?
I'm going to move a little bit further down this way. And
Okay.
then that's my
can
turn.
do that.
Then Fenrir
Mm-hmm.
is going to attack. Make sure I attack on advantage.
That's insane. They saved, but they still all died.
Yeah.
Claw attack. 15.
Yep. Nope.
15 does not hit.
Nope.
Okay, so ignore that roll. Yep, that's his turn.
Okay. Then, looks like the only one that's in range at the moment. Actually, as I'd say by now you're a little bit of ways away from the cliff. I would say you would be able to see the two creatures that have been accosting you since the beginning. They're up here. They're just slinging their scent, and Sylvaris, you are still in range as they are as they're accosting you with their scent. You want to make a wisdom save for me?
Alright.
He just loves this smell.
Mm-hmm. 14. You are good.
Can't
You
resist the
have
smell of
become
dank
accustomed to
booty.
the smell for the moment. Maybe they're running dry. I don't know, but the smell isn't as bad this turn. You do not have.
They're reloading.
They're reloading.
I think I got some on my
There's
shoes.
dinosaurs throwing poop, okay? What do
Yeah.
you want from me?
So yes, you do not have disadvantage on stuff. You are normal.
I think I'm kind of getting used to the smell. Oh,
Some would
Yeah.
say you're not strange.
a little weird. It
Nice.
tastes like
Oh
hot,
God!
hot garbage.
Why are you tasting that? What
Oh.
is that?
It's in my mouth right now. Oh, it's not as bad as before, but it's still there.
Oh my god.
Nice. It has the a taste that you find familiar from the day before, from eating this meat from the one stand, the Dippin' Dots, whatever thing.
Dippin' Dot. Yeah,
Dippin' Bops.
I
Yeah,
still,
Flippin'
Oh
Bops.
yeah, that's what it was.
Alright.
that wasn't
I
meat. It was poo.
Alrighty, those were the two that were up there. These three here are going to attack Lucian, and then this one here is going to continue to waddle up to you, Silvaris, and try to nibble at your legs. We'll do that one first. That is an 18 to hit. You, Silvaris? Okay. I've been rolling minimum
Wonderful.
damage, like the last 4 times. You get 3 points of damage.
Hey, join the club.
Minimum damage is fine. I'm
Yeah.
okay with the minimum damage.
Yeah, he didn't
Alright.
like it doing minimum on me.
And
Did
then
maximum on me.
attracted to the light and the whooshing sound of lightsaber, the 3 are going to attack you, Lucian. That first one is a 17,
That hits.
10,
Doesn't hit.
and a 22.
That hits. That's 2
Okay.
hits.
4 points and 6 points. 10 points of damage this turn.
I'm not looking good.
Uh-oh.
I'm not. There's blood rushing out of every possible place. It looks like.
Well,
that
they're
touched.
nibbling on your legs, so it's just your legs. With that, Zach, it's your turn. Silvaris.
I'm gonna try and fend myself off from this thing and use a bonus action to shove this dinosaur, weird rat-looking thing that's been gnawing at my feet
Yep.
back.
Is that a contested thing?
I don't know. I know that I can do that part of my shield style,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure it could be if you want it to be.
I forgot he had this up in.
Just put this in. Didn't state that I have to, but I'm sure that it's still up to you to do that.
Well, what
I
is
think
the
Polish gave-
what is the shield style?
I put it in chat there.
Yeah, you're trying to do a shove. Go ahead and make a strength check for me, please. You can do athletics or acrobatics. And you need to beat a 15.
Fuck.
Ah.
Unless I can put my Defiant on that. Does ability checks, saving throws, or attack rolls.
It's an ability check.
Oh, I would
You need to
just,
beat a 15, so you literally need 1.
yeah, so I would get it no matter what, because it's a roll of d4.
Okay. You doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The creature, because I don't want to keep pronouncing it, the Molisiki,
Molisiki.
falls to the ground and kind of rolls on its side, and it's considered prone.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my Disruptor to take a shot at it.
Okay. Gonna make an attack roll, please. 9. That misses.
Great.
But you. And a tuft of grass gets disintegrated next to it.
Stupid thing! Damn it.
Stupid
And
dog.
then I will.
I don't think the gun's the problem.
You know, I don't need to hear that from you, Aurora. Alright, and then I will move back. Here.
Okay,
That's
you can do so.
within that distance. And then I will end my turn.
Sounds
Throw down a
good.
couple of face downs and end my turn.
Uh-huh. Okay. The one that Aurora had hexed earlier is going to come over, and while you're retreating, it's going to try to nibble at you as well. For a natural 20. God darn it. God darn it.
Let's go minimum rolls.
Yeah, so 5.
Ooh.
5 points of damage.
I'm looking pretty hurt too.
Y'all are some twigs.
Twiggy twig. Twig twig.
I was already hurt, I guess, from the prior time, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lucian, it is your turn.
I am going to use heal
Okay.
at level. I think I only have.
I think
I'm
level 2
looking
is
at-
next at level 4 when you get level 2 stuff.
I already have level 2.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm lying.
I'm gonna do it at second level and use my second level slot. Which second level of healing is increased by 1d8. So it'll be 2 1d8s plus my force casting ability modifier, which
Okay.
is my.
Should be 5. It's gonna be your wisdom.
Because
Your
it's a
wisdom,
light
right?
spell, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
light
a
spell.
+2.
Oh, you only have a +2 to your wisdom?
Yeah, my
If you're
charisma is
taking it
+4.
right above them.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, go ahead and roll 2d8 for me.
Okay. Making my way past the asteroids to the chat box.
You know, the amount of times that you open the asteroid tab is like how many asteroids are actually in the system.
Hey.
You're an asteroid
I know
child.
what to do next.
That's how we'll roll the next space encounter. Go ahead
It's
and
like
roll
you
one
look
more
up to the
d8 because
sky,
you said it was
you
2d8,
see-
correct?
You see 15 asteroids landing on the ground.
Yeah. You're like, how many asteroids hit the moon shadow when it was in orbit?
Oh God.
So 7 plus 2 is 9, sir.
9 HP back. I have not seen your phone. And that will put me better.
I hope
Nice.
so. I hope it's not worse.
Oh, it was really worse. It was earlier.
Okay. Then next two.
I'm really
We're
relying
gonna-
on Fenrir to dispatch some so I can
Oh, yeah.
start attacking again.
What else were you doing on your turn?
I think that's it for anything I can do.
Okay. These two that are back here on top of the garbage pile, they're gonna waddle up and actually move 10 more feet than that. That's all that they do. They are kind of like moving towards you. With that, Aurora, it is your turn.
I'm gonna start with Fenrir,
Yeah.
and Fenrir is going to attack the one closest to it.
That is a miss.
Well,
Man, with +5.
let
My
me read
goodness.
this ability one more time.
And he is got flanking, so
Yep. Mm-hmm.
there's little abilities.
Well, I just get that from pack tactics,
Yep. The
Yeah,
pack tactics.
yeah.
and then I'm going to Action Surge with Fenrir.
Oh, yes.
Attack again.
Save me, my dog.
There you go, 21.
I
That
will see.
hits. Roll some damage for me. 5. So the one that was the one in front of you?
Right in front of him, yeah.
Toast.
And then Fenrir is going to move up and activate his other skill, Rampager,
Oh my
which
goodness.
if he reduces a creature's hit points to 0,
Mhm.
it can, with a melee attack, it can take a bonus action to move up to half his speed and make another melee attack.
Go to make another melee attack advantage.
16.
That just hits. Gonna roll damage.
7.
7. That one is also
What are
dead.
you looking for?
Alright, then he will move up to the next target and pass turn to me,
Yep.
which I am going to force imbue my light bow. Or it's
Yep.
not light bow, energy
Your
bow.
energy bow. Mm-hmm. Your energy bow that is like inspired by the locals of the planet, basically.
And because I have so many abilities, it takes me forever to scroll down this page. Because it's like backwards on
Mm-hmm.
the app. Okay. I'm going to attack the one I have hexed.
Oh, okay. Make an attack roll. 13. That misses. The arc of energy flies through the air and impacts one of the trees, and it leaves a little bit of singe mark.
Then I'm going to move a little further down here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Nice. Alrighty. Once again, these guys are gonna move up here. Savaris, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
They don't need to reload. You do just fine. It
I'm
kind of,
so
one of
glad
them,
They're
like,
still
Fenrir
reloading.
is doing so well.
they're alternating is what they're doing. The two of them up there are alternating.
Yeah, Fenrir's
My
not
poor
carrying this
rolls
fight so
almost.
far.
Yeah, my poor rolls almost got me killed, and he has alleviated my death.
Alright, so that's those two. You've got, see, waddling up from the south part here, there is another one that comes up here.
There's more.
There's more. These here just start waddling up. I could do this one here is you don't. This one yeah, that one this one here is gonna attack you, Aurora. I gotta have at least one of them attack. Nope, that's a 10. Okay.
Yeah, definitely not.
With that, Savaris, it is your turn. You hear the thrashing and the weight of Fenrir's body, leaping on the jungle floor. You hear the thuds of its paws as it's tearing through the Molisiki.
I knew not to get on the bad side of it, but she
Mm-hmm.
big.
You can see Fenrir has this big smile on his face right now.
Oh, I said that word, you couldn't hear.
Boost that.
All
There we
teeth
go.
Yeah.
That's better.
All teeth.
covered in blood.
Okay, so Iris, what are you doing on your turn?
Checking distances.
Savaris said the game master. What? Yeah.
I think I think I have you turned. No, I don't have you turned down on my end. Get Jordan turned down a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna turn you down now.
Can I be louder?
Well, I did have to do a little bit of sound balancing, not too much in the when you guys were like 3 sessions ago. I think I turned you down a little bit.
Just because he was
You mean the
talking into
session
his
that it was
mic.
I think
when
he
was
was
about to
he was
go.
weirdly
excited.
loud?
You were excited about something, but oh, it was
I'm
it was
gonna use
when
my bonus
oh,
action for
Mhm.
second wind
oh,
and heal 8.
okay, yes, you can do so. Nice. That's like that was yeah, almost yeah. You got about over half. That's for sure. That's a good roll.
Yeah, it was. And then I will use my action to shoot the one that's currently attacking Aurora right now, or occupying space next to him.
Okay. That is a miss.
That is definitely a miss.
I was gonna say, I believe you should have disadvantage on that roll too.
Yeah, you got that one that's accosting you, gnawing at your legs. But a 9 misses.
It does,
Okay.
and I will just end turn.
Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do the one that's right up on you. There's Alaris. So then nibble at your legs. That is only a 6. That one misses. Lucian, it is your turn.
I am going to make a normal attack.
Make
A
normal. Make a roll your
What,
d20
like an
normally.
unarmed, or like a saber, or like...
Well, like I'm not going to.
Well, he's doing
Power
a
or-
normal punch instead of a serious
Or
punch.
Well, he's got. I'm pretty sure technically he still gets unarmed though. I think he's got something that he gives him.
Oh yeah, you
unarmed.
got some
I have
claws.
claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would he use that? It's a lightsaber in his hand.
Hey, if he loses that lightsaber, he's still got claws.
I mean, if you could.
25, that
Sure.
definitely hits. Roll me
Like
some
an
damage.
offhand attack.
Your rolls to a hit have been amazing, and then your damage rolls
Yeah.
have been awful.
Yeah, I have not missed. Most of the time I don't miss. And most of the time
Mhm.
I do decent damage, but today night it's one.
That's okay. At least you're hitting.
7. That
Okay.
one is done. Toast.
There we go.
It sounds.
Just
It
cut through its
smells
back and it
like
dies.
the. It smells like the town square. With the burnt meat, or like cooked meat, but it's like the lightsaber cutting through it. It's cooking it, and it's like, oh, that's what I was eating. These things are kind of ugly. Anything else on your turn?
I do not think so. My force throw is not a bonus action, is it?
No, it is not.
Okay, then yes, I'm done.
Okay. Let's see here. I got 2 here. This one here is gonna waddle up. You just seen that you killed one of its kin. It's angry at you. And then the one back here is gonna waddle up. It's angry at you. It's got their eyes turned to red with rage.
I knew it. They're robots.
No, they're not robots. They're just really angry. Okay, attack roll. That is a 23 to hit. I'm gonna assume that
Shoot.
hits. And there we go. It's about time. 5 damage to you, Lucian. And with that, it is back to Aurora and Fenrir.
Lucian's back to not looking good.
Because I am priority number 1, Fenrir's gonna come up here and attack.
Okay, nice crit. I mean, you can go ahead and roll damage.
This.
Yep, it's dead.
Fenrir
Use this
bites its
to
head
lead
off
us.
and spits it off to the side.
It definitely does
Then
that. It
using
doesn't even
his
react. It doesn't even make any noise. It's like it's a clean cut, like a freshly sharpened blade on a piece of paper. It's
he's gonna use Rampager since he killed it to
mm-hmm.
go over and attack the one by.
At 22.
That is amazing.
That hits. Roll damage.
I was just
That
amazing.
one's dead as well.
And then he will go and stand side by side with Lucian here. And that's Fenrir's turn.
Nice.
Dog and a cat duo.
Mm-hmm. Cat dog.
Isn't there a cartoon, yeah, cat dog?
Yes.
And then I will scooch up a little bit. And I will try to fire my light bow at the one I have hexed by
Okay.
Solaris.
What bonuses do you get when it's hexed? You get like a bonus damage.
I get
right?
a D8, extra D8.
To hit?
No, to the damage roll.
Okay. 10 still misses.
Alright, that's my turn.
Man, you got that +6, man.
I know,
It's
and I haven't hit a single attack with
Alright.
my actual character.
Shu, you're now in range. Savaris and Aurora and Savaris, go ahead and make wisdom saving throws for me, please. As these two up here are still, they're like I said, they're alternating. They're launching.
Throwing poo.
Oh, I'm on the wrong part of my thing.
6, that fails.
So right now, this is just combat. He hasn't even seen or heard our social interactions that are, I find,
just
quite
hit it.
amusing and hilarious.
Right. 12, that just saves. 12 is what you needed to beat, so you're good. But Savaris, one of them lands poignantly in your eye, and you thought you had gotten used to it, but nope, no, you haven't.
Oh, God, it stings! Oh!
Take 1d4 poop damage.
Nope, no damage, just disadvantage on
have
attacks
pink
and
eye
ability
now.
checks.
I'm trying to get it out. Does someone have some water? I kind of need some water.
All
Does
right.
light work? I can do that.
Nope. Okay. All right. So you see scurrying up. So the height of the mountain, to maybe better describe this, the mountain goes up the more north you go on the map. So then the south is downhill, but north is uphill. So you see scurrying up the ledge here is another one of the Molisiki. And coming up the path, there are 2 more that have heard the sounds of combat and are basically checking out what the heck is going on. So that is 3. And then this one here is going to come up and attack you, Aurora. That is a 15.
15. That just hits my armor class.
Okay, yep.
So I'm gonna deflection.
Oh, okay, yep.
And I instantly pass because if I get a 1, I beat it.
Yep. I also rolled a 1 on the damage, so it would have been minimum damage.
Damn, I should have just took that. I already said it, so I'm not thinking about it.
But yeah, so no damage. You went from minimum damage to no damage, so you're good. You're good. With that, it is Sylvaris' turn. What would you like to do?
Try and get the stuff out of my eyes.
It's kind of sticky. You can't get it out. It takes a little bit.
It's kind of viscous. I really hope this isn't what I think it is.
Oh, it is.
I think I'm gonna be sick, you guys. I'm going to disengage and move my entire movement
Okay.
in another direction.
You can certainly do so.
Let me see. Up, up, right there.
There you go.
And then
And then...
I'm going to use Action Surge.
Oh, no.
To I'll need to
Someone
put
getting
the dodge mission or the dodge action on.
Okay.
Oh, oh, oh. Moving back, moving back. No, I said moving back, asshole. There you go.
There you go. Alright.
I don't know why it's like that, right?
Let me see. Yeah, we'll move this one. This one here is gonna move up and try to take a nibble at the weakest. It senses fear and smells blood.
I think it smells its soul.
That is a 22 to hit. And
Man.
it's minimum damage again. 3. I rolled 1 so many times on this D4. So many times. So another 3 points of damage.
Needs to go back
Lucian.
into the bag of shame.
No, it's the only D4 I have. I can't do that. All right. With that, Lucian, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my last force point, right?
Ooh.
And I'm going to cast Cloud Mind, which is a 90-foot range spell. I'm using
Okay.
it at level 2, right? That's my last second stealth slot, second.
Yep.
And I want to position it into the point where I can hit all 4 of those guys to the far right, if I can get it.
Okay, gotcha. Is there a save that's involved with that?
Give me
I
a
think
minute.
it's just hit points, right? That's the sleep one.
Yes, it's hit points.
Oh.
So because I'm using level 2, I get additional 2d8s.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it-
rolls at
Mhm.
what is it? 5d8s. So 7d8s I get a roll.
Yeah.
And if
What's
it's
the
hit
size
points-
of it?
You're able to hit all 4, and they instantly fail.
They failed,
Yeah,
so they fell asleep.
that's what the effect says, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't make the saves. Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, so they're all just.
There's no way. Okay. So yeah, these 4 are I'll just mark them with green, I guess. They are asleep.
And that will be my turn.
Nice. Okay. It is in. I got 2. Well, those are asleep. Can't do anything with them.
I need Fenrir to keep doing what he's doing and keep me
Ooh,
up.
I have this one down here. Lucian, you hear scurrying up the mountain what sounds like one more Mulisiki coming up the hill, but you do not see it. And then this one here is just going to waddle and chase, but it doesn't quite make it to you. Sylvaris, once again, red in the eyes. It's just like waddle, 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 and it gets close to you, but doesn't quite reach you. With that, Aurora and Fenrir, it is your turns once again.
Fenrir's gonna walk over and attack.
Okay.
17.
Oh, actually, I forgot.
I'll be
Can
right
I
back.
have each of you, so basically everybody but excluding Fenrir, to make perception checks for me, please. This is the start of the round.
Okay.
And then that 17 hits, so you can roll damage as well.
I'll roll damage first, so I
17.
don't...
Okay.
8 damage.
Alrighty. Yeah, that one's dead.
And you said perception.
Right. And then Lucian, can you roll perception for me, please?
have to step away. But you said 1 second.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a second then. Oh, actually, you need to make that perception check at disadvantage, right? Yes, you need to make that perception check at disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay, you're still good. Nice.
Has poop in his eye and can see better than you still. I forgot my contact.
Even worse,
think there's
it's
something
between
in my
your eye
contact.
and your contact.
Are there any characters in Star Wars that wear glasses?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah,
Or is
of course.
glasses a thing? Okay.
Yeah, glasses are a thing. Lucian, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
And then, do you have do you have advantage on hearing? Because of your species?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Ooh, let me double check. Actually, I think I got that in my notes.
I had to relaunch the game, or relaunch it because the character sheet
you're good.
wasn't working.
Speed, languages.
Well, I do have a +6 to, no, +4 to perception, so I might have some kind of advantage. I have dark vision.
You have dark vision. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and just make it's just a regular perception check. I was gonna give you advantage if your species had like, oh yeah, 21. Okay, you're just fine.
But you looked it up and it ain't on there.
Yeah, it ain't on there. Okay. All of you are able to hear what sounds like a pair of repulsor lift airspeeders that are approaching. You aren't quite sure how far away they are, but you are just beginning to be able to hear that there's, something besides jungle that is happening around here. Something that is unnatural, that is
Put
man-made.
me down for 12 more asteroids.
12 more asteroids. I have an asteroid counter going. It sounds like maybe like a coming like up the trail. It sounds like there's a pair of land speeders that are coming, but you aren't too certain, in the middle of this combat exactly what direction or how far away exactly, but you hear a pair of land speeders that are approaching. And then Jordan, you just did your turn for Fenrir.
Well,
Is there
Fenrir's
anything
still
else?
going. He's gonna
Okay.
rampage, his rampage thing, because he killed something. He's gonna go over here and attack.
Okay, making another attack roll.
Give me 1 second.
21,
21.
that definitely hits. 5 damage. And that one is dead. Nice.
And he'll start making its way over here.
Does he get another attack because he killed something?
No. Just 2.
I think that's just a once per turn thing.
Oh. It was going to be like, kill.
Yeah,
Kinda
it
like,
uses his bonus action, so yeah.
Almost like cleave.
Just keeps going. Never stops.
It's
I
like
had a
Executioner
barbarian
and Divinity.
Oh. Yeah, kind of like,
I had a
yeah,
barbarian.
Executioner and Divinity. Yeah, I see that.
Build in Pathfinder where he would kill something and then move a little bit and be able to make another attack.
Oh, hey, I started
Smack,
playing
smack.
Pathfinder Kingmaker a little bit.
It is fun until you get to the second chapter.
Oh,
Forewarning, because
okay.
you. Okay, the whole game's fun, but it gets harder because you no longer just manage your character and party.
Yeah.
You
Gotcha.
manage the region.
Anyway, side trail, rabbit trail.
I'm going to move
Yep.
with
Aurora.
my
Yep.
character. How tall is that hill?
It is, it's about 30 feet up. It's fairly steep.
Okay, I will dash then, so I can make it up there.
Okay.
And I don't believe I have a bonus action
Um,
attack,
I guess
so I will
as
pass.
are you avoiding? How are you getting up there? And are you
Flying.
avoiding the Mulisiki that is waddling towards Sylvaris?
Yes, I will, and I will fly. Well, I guess that wouldn't be taking a heal. No, I'll take the hit, because
Okay.
unless you allow me to fly high enough to avoid it, then no.
What's your fly speed again? Is it 50 feet?
Let me
I
find
believe
it
it's
for
50 feet.
you. You're probably right.
Because you were like basically in line with that. Because I mean that is exactly 50 feet. Where you just put your character.
Yeah, and I also dash, so I had double.
Okay, so yeah, you were more than able to get up there. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, nope, that doesn't hit. You're good.
All right.
Rolled like a 10.
So I'll move. Yeah, I'll stay right here.
Okay.
I'll put myself over here behind it, and then I'll pass turn.
Okay. When you're up here, you can see here, 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 here. Let me see, like from here to here, there. Yeah.
All right.
You don't see any more up here, and yeah. Okay. Was that all that you're doing on your turn?
Yep, that's it, I believe.
Okay, okay. So, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, as these up here are the one that are slinging their
Oh, wrong
stuff.
character. Ignore that.
Okay. Same thing with Sylvaris. You should make a wisdom saving throw for me. Ooh. Okay. So Aurora, you did not save, and Sylvaris, you saved so well, that you no longer need to make wisdom saving throws against it. You get through it. You've become accustomed to it now, and you have been granted partial immunity. At least for this fight, you no longer are affected by the smell.
I have been born in the smell, raised in the smell.
He basks in the ambience.
Yeah. So yeah, the smell doesn't bother you.
Me.
It doesn't bother you anymore. At least for this fight, it doesn't bother you anymore.
What the fuck is this smell?
And
Boy, it can't be that bad.
Okay. And then this one's going to attack you, and then this one here. This one's going to be able to reach you as well. Lucian, how long does that control mind thing last? Is it a whole minute?
It is 1 minute to cast.
10 turns, I mean.
It's 1 minute to cast, and it is, or no, 1 action to cast. Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh, it is 1 minute? Okay. Alright. Well, both of these end up hitting you, Sylvaris, and one of them critted. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's another one. So, 3 points of damage. I really need to give myself another. You know what? Screw it. I'll roll it.
It's in a naughty chair.
Okay.
Gotta get that.
And then it's 2d4. There we go. That's more like it. All right, we're using roll
No,
20
he's
for a bit.
cheating.
And then so you take this turn. You take 13 points of damage.
Whoa. That puts me unconscious and puts me out down.
Okay.
So you might
Is it
crit
3
crit.
on 1? And there was 2 that crit?
No, there was one that crit, so I rolled 1d4 2 times.
Okay.
And then they get a +2 to their damage. Alright, so that's those two, and everybody else is asleep. Okay, Savaris, it's your turn.
I'm down, so I just have
Gonna
to
make
do my save.
Make a death saving throw for me, please. Ooh, a 1. Ooh, alright,
Where he
you
starts
have
bleeding out.
That's
2
almost dead.
failed death saves. One more fail, and
Oh my god, I might die here.
it may be. Well, it is Ryan. It's your turn. It's your go.
Okay, so a question: how do you recover a person who's down?
You can either stabilize them or you can heal them. So
Okay, I don't
stabilizing
have
would
any more
mean
heals. So-
you can make a medicine check to try to basically stop the bleeding and keeping them from dying. They'll be at 0. They'll be at 1 hit point, but they will retain the unconscious condition, but they will be at 1 hit point. Or you can heal them and get them above 0, or get them above 0 hit points, and they will be no longer needed to make death saving throws.
Well, I don't have the ability to heal anymore.
Don't you have any med kits or anything on you?
No. No. I
Oh.
did not carry those kinds of things on me. I had plenty of force to use, and now I don't because we have been fighting non-stop for 2 sessions. So I'm going to make my way over to him,
Okay.
and on the other side of him, not next to the monsters that are going to rip my face off.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to stabilize him.
Okay. Gonna need you to make a medicine check for me.
Okay, I gotta reopen and reclose because it won't open my character sheet.
And what I'll say is for medicine. Let me see if there's specific rules for stabilizing.
I don't know if this is actually how it is, but I know in a campaign I was watching, they needed like a special item to do it.
Yeah, there's a.
Like one of those masks, like a breathalyzer or something like that. But I don't know if that's actual.
Yeah, but how would you stabilize on your own then?
Oh, I don't know.
On your own, or if you're
maybe,
by
like,
yourself, you wouldn't
back to med
stabilize.
kits or
Well,
something, or.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
how
like
you
the
stabilize
force.
on your own is passing the death saves.
And I thought it was 3 death saves, not 2.
Well,
That's
he
because
rolled a
I
1.
Fucking that one.
Oh, let's see here.
So one more fail and he's gone for good.
We're in a bad way. We are in a bad
Stabilizing
way.
a creature. The best way to save a creature with 0 hit points is to heal it. If healing is unavailable, the creature can at least be stabilized so that it isn't killed by a failed death saving throw. You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature and attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check, or Intelligence Technology check for a droid or construct. Says a stable creature doesn't make death saving throws, even though it has 0 hit points, but it does remain unconscious. The creature stops being stable and must start making death saving throws again if it takes any damage. A stable creature that isn't healed regains one hit point after 1d4 hours. So, what would you like to use, or how would you like to make your medicine check? If that's what you're trying to do on your turn.
Like, what do you mean? How would I like to?
Mouth
I
to
don't
mouth.
understand.
What are you doing? What is Lucian doing to stabilize Sylvaris?
Trying to apply pressure on the bleeding to stop the bleeding.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check for me, please. You make a you need a 10 or higher to successfully do it.
That's the wrong roll. There's the right
There
roll.
you go.
Oh,
Yep, you're good. I was like, oh, 15? Okay. Even though you got these creatures that are like right in front of you, you decide to prioritize your friend over your, over your enemies, and you quickly make a tourniquet out of his pant leg, and you are able to stabilize him. So you do not need to make any more death saving throws, but you are still unconscious. You are, and I'm going to do it on roll 20 so that way you guys can see as well. You
And I
are
call out.
unconscious for the next hour.
Oh,
Okay,
crap,
human
1
brain
hour.
is messing up.
Mm-hmm.
What is your character's name?
Oh, sorry.
Jordan?
Mine's Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora, where are you, Aurora?
I'm up
I didn't
above.
see you go up there. I need help. And I don't know if you look down or what, but I am fucked up, and Sylvaris is fucked up on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can do. Give me a second. I got 2 up here.
Ready?
I gotta step away. My wife's calling me.
Yep. So, Zach, you are unconscious for the next hour unless if you get some source of healing, but you are no longer making death saving throws. So your character is stabilized, but you're out of the fight for an hour. And with that, it is actually Jordan's turn.
Okay. So I am going to position myself here.
Okay, you can do so.
And then I'm going to force push and pull and try to push this guy down the hill. He has to make a strength save.
Okay, will do. Heh, that's a 12.
That does not beat me.
Okay.
Bye bye, he's going down the hill. A whole 30 feet.
Curse Black. He gone.
Me, myself, I'm going to step away from the edge. And
Okay.
that's
Good call.
that guy's turn.
Mm-hmm. Since you were up there, I'm gonna end up having Lucian making a perception check as well. But
Oh, that's
you,
close.
I would say, no, you got a big enough height advantage you'd be able to see. You see 2 land speeders. You're not able to make out who is operating them, but they are coming your direction and they are going quite quickly.
Coming from up on the hill, am I?
They're, I'll just say they're coming up the path that you guys came up from.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You aren't able to make out the occupants, but you see 2 of them and they are quickly approaching.
Guys, we got some people coming fast. They're on speeders.
And they're kind of like the land speeders that Luke has in episode 4, where like they kind of got like a couple of people, or there's a room for some people in them. They don't have like mounted weapons on them or whatever. These are purely meant for transport.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fenrir. damage because he's unconscious.
No, you've got an ally within
Where is
5
it?
feet of you.
I'm back. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
good.
sure.
You're good. The
Yeah,
recap,
they
the
can't
end
be
of.
incapacitated, so I don't get it.
What can't be incapacitated? For
Well, I
what?
guess
What are you
yeah,
doing?
it's still of campaign 5 feet of him. Yeah,
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 you're
you're
good.
right.
You have the pack tactics. You got that going. Aurora was able to see and had communicated that there are two land speeders that are kind of like Luke's land speeder, that he has in Episode 4. They're similar things, just for visual reference.
Right.
There are two of them that are quickly approaching from the direction that you guys had come from.
Fenrir attacks the one that is unhexed for 6 damage. I rolled a
That one
22 on the
is
attack roll.
lidded.
And then he will go up to the next one and attack.
Yep.
Doing 7.
Está muerto.
And then
Nice.
he has extra 5 feet, so we one this way and passed. We both passed her.
Okay. It is. Well, there's only one that's left conscious right now. So Aurora, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Will do.
As it kind of backs up and is at the very edge of the
22.
cliff, it lets out one last stink cloud and lets out a hiss, like kind of thing, which is like a lot louder, but it like is like at the very edge of the thing, as it's seeing that all of its kin is either, I mean, it thinks that they're all dead. You make the save, and let's see here. It is Lucian's turn.
Now that he is recovered, I'm going to stand up, reignite my lightsaber, use my Leonine agility, and move over to the furthest one from my point to the right and perform a coup de grace on it.
Yep, it's dead.
So I just
No,
lightning rush over there and just stab.
Yeah, it's dead. No question about it.
And I would move my character, but I can't.
That's okay. Boop. Alrighty. It is then Aurora's turn. Aurora and Fenrir.
I'm going to attempt to push the other one off. Do a strength saving throw.
Yep.
You just like
that
casting
was
them
even
off
worse.
this cliff.
Yeah, that one fails.
Alright, eat them off.
Curse Splat.
You should have healed. Then I will fly down. Well, actually, no, I'll just move over here. And that's Aurora's turn.
Okay.
Fenrir's gonna run over and attack, which
Yep.
is guaranteed hits, alright, because he's sleeping.
It's dead. We'll just say, for the sake of it, that the rest of these are dead. They're not waking up. It hasn't been the minute, and there's nothing waking them up. They are all dead. And as Fenrir goes over and dispatches the last of the Mulasiki, the two land speeders come up and they arrive here at the little pathway that you guys had. You guys got your little two-person seaters. Everybody is able to see, well, apart from Silvaris because he's unconscious, but Aurora and Lucian, you are able to see that the two land speeders, the occupants, are they are filled with car rights, which both of you would know that they are the same species that Wellenveer is, which is the one that was the huge hologram projection that had appeared when you guys entered into the town square and had let them know about the Metatheran cartel, strengthening their presence in the Kularan system. This is that same species. They are wearing a like like military uniforms. You're able to see that they have like rankings on them basically, and they're like I don't remember exactly how it is for the military, but they're like private first class, like recruit basically. They're not very high ranking.
While they're coming up,
Mhm.
I'm gonna fly down and start applying a med kit to Solaris.
Okay.
What was the roll on
Go
that?
ahead and make a
Because I have what BACT is what we called it.
yeah, the back to pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to medkit.
Yeah. What was the how do we rule that? Was that
I don't
oh
remember. I
2D
don't remember
We
if it was
did
like a.
2D4?
8 or something.
Yeah, it might have been 2d4. 2d4 plus my wisdom, because that's.
Oops, wrong tab. It's going to be under equipment.
I should write it down so we don't forget later.
Equipment. Med pack. So they roll. The creature rolls one die equal to the size of their hit die and regains
Okay.
hit points equal to the amount rolled plus their Constitution mod. Minimum of 1 hit point.
Okay, so I roll.
So I think it's a D10 for you, Savaris.
I roll my hit die for him, right? Is that how
No.
it works?
No, the person who's
Okay.
being healed.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 2 for my plus to it. Do I have to roll that then? Or does he
Yes,
roll
sir.
that? What am I rolling?
Your hit die plus your Constitution mod.
Four. There we go.
I'm gonna give one to myself as well.
Okay, you go ahead and do the same.
Oh, I typed that wrong.
And per fire level, so
So,
Okay, so Aurora, you
then
recover
said
7
plus
hit
my
points.
Constitution.
Yep, and then plus your Constitution mod.
Okay, so then I gain 8.
All right, 8 hit points. You regain consciousness and you're laying on the ground, and your legs are just torn up, like they are like you see the remnants of the teeth marks that are left on your legs, kind of like if you like when you wear pants and you feel like you lay down and it leaves behind that your pant leg mark on your leg. It's like that, but they're all just like teeth, and they have like I think they have like small tusks or whatever, so you're like all cut up and everything. But you're alive and you're awake. Your legs hurt like a bunch, but you don't
what the
think
heck
you're
happened to my
going to. Yeah. Also, your pants have been cut up and
they
used
are
as
now
as a
shorts.
tourniquet. Yeah, you now have shorts. You have jorts right now, and you have you have tourniquets on your legs to keep the blood from flowing out of your body. But you're alive. You don't think you're going to succumb to your wounds. But if you wanted to make sure nothing too bad happens to you, you can make a medicine check to kind of check yourself out.
Sure, let's do that medicine check.
13. It looks like between your two allies' efforts, you think you're gonna be beat up pretty good, but you'll be fine in the end. It's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely
But
hurt.
what I was describing earlier was the two land speeders kind of pull up, and you see that they are full of um, the carite species. Um, they start to disembark, and one of them. Um, do, 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 Just checking over my notes real quick. Nope, not that one. It is this tab. Um, yeah. Okay. Where is?
Roll 20, you guys. Where it can still take you 5 minutes to do a simple ability check.
Dude, there were.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so there are 8 of them. There are 8 current guards. They all look like their facial features. They look like the exact same. There isn't really too much like distinguishing between them. They even have like the same um, um, clothing, but one of them does stand out. One of the 8 does stand out. He has on his basically on his vest or on his clothes, where the other ones have just like a plain pins that signify their rank. This one he's got some red bars on his collar, um, and he when he steps out, he comes out and he sniffs the air, and his snout, because they're kind of like they have like slightly pig-like features, kind of wiggles about back and forth, and he says to the group, he say, "You guys are a long ways away from the city. Um, you should come with us. It's not safe out here in the jungle, especially past dark. Um, and Counselor Weir would like to speak with you."
Counselor
Oh,
who now?
Weir.
where are y'all guys heading?
Well, we were on our way to uh, uh, the there's a landing platform in the vicinity that we were on a patrol to go check out.
Or did something happen at the location?
Well, you did, and your friend. How are they even still alive? You, and he points over to one of the one of the other car rights. It's like give that man another med pack. Look, he's losing consciousness. Look at his eyes. And you see one of them. He's like, he pulls out from the land speeder what looks to be a similar med pack, maybe not of highest quality, but he comes over and he's like, here, keep your leg still. It may burn a little bit, but and he puts the med pack on there. Go ahead and add another. Do the D8 plus your Constitution mod and add that to your hit points.
Well, thank you guys for helping us out. It was a rough fight here.
And
There were a
and
lot
it,
of them.
it could be much worse if we are stuck out here after dark.
Then I will gladly accept your escort.
Let's see here. Um,
So, am I back with the group as this is all going down?
yes. Yeah. Wherever. Well, I guess wherever you would like to be. You finish coup de grace the Mulasiki, and you see that there is one of these pig-like creatures is coming over and is healing Savaris.
I'm covered in scratches and limping and pale. Then I put my lightsaber out and I holster it.
Okay.
What's going on?
It seems they came to patrol the area because of the noise we were making. They're willing to escort us to safety to shield us from the dangers of the night. And apparently their boss wants to speak with us.
Do you need a med kit as well? And you see that the one car right that has the red bars on his collar signifying his rank asks you, Lucian.
And I just kind of look at him with a blank look, like, and I say, I don't know. I don't. Am I bleeding somewhere?
It
Like
certainly looks like
not
it.
even realizing how much I'm actually
give him
hurt.
another one. Bring up another one. Bring up another one. Here, lay down and we'll patch you up. He kind of like is surprised at the state that you guys are in.
My eyes start to go wide as I realize I'm bleeding.
Yep. Go ahead and
points.
roll.
I just thought he was in trouble.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your hit die
points.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
Can you pull up my character and look at it so I can just roll?
Sure.
Because I have, it's not wanting to open.
Yeah, you're good.
One D8. I got a 7.
I didn't know I could just click on it.
Plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no.
What, your
you have
hit
a
die?
+1.
Did not get a 7.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
Okay, so you heal 3 hit points.
Okay.
Congratulations.
I'm at 10 HP.
Nice.
Jesus.
Okay,
I'm
so yeah,
at
one of the car rides, he's kind of patching you up, and there's one of the spots where like he parts your fur on like your right calf, and there's a really bad wound there. He's like, ooh, I'm gonna focus on that one, and he puts the salve on it and whatever, and he kind of wraps it up with the bandage, and you regain 3 hit points.
Right, let's see if this rolls right.
I'm at 13 of 19.
Same.
I did, okay.
And
Should be a +3, so I'll take this
the
out.
leader, the one that has been commanding the different groups, he introduces himself and he says, "My name is Corporal Dregs. I work as one of the squad commanders for the Metatheran cartel, and would greatly appreciate it if we were to leave before it gets too dark. Our headquarters is just a few kilometers away. It's not too far, but there are far worse things than than the Molasiki."
Then I guess we should leave then, huh?
Sylvaris, can you pilot the feeder?
I can pilot one of them. The other one will have to
No,
do it
there
automatically.
is
The other
no
one's
there
pilot
is no
guy,
need.
Druid.
We'll have my people will bring your speeders back. The group of you you can sit in our land speeder here and rest, please.
Okay. Okay. I kinda need a nap.
Do
Anyway.
they have room for Fenrir?
You see that the car rides are like visibly uncomfortable.
So I will say, you guys don't seem very accustomed to my pal Fenrir. So we'll ride in our speeder and we'll just follow behind.
Okay, please, thank you. They quickly respond with it.
Too bad Fenrir can't speak. It starts chuckling and bacon.
Chuckling and bacon. Okay. Yeah. So, you have a little bit of time before arriving at their headquarters. Is there anything that you guys would like to do while you are in the speeders? It's gonna take about
Um,
15 or so minutes via land speeder to get there.
Before we leave off in the speeder,
Okay.
Fenrir is gonna go grab an arm off of one of those creatures we fought to snack
Okay.
on after we go away. But nothing
Gotcha.
else for me.
All right. Anything else before you guys leave?
Nothing coming from me. I'm on beat. There's no objections, no resistance.
I'll use one of the back to med kits that I have, back to packs, to heal Lucian while we're in the speeder.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me, please, because it's a land speeder isn't the most ideal place to try to heal somebody. 16. All right. You are able to help between the two of you. You're able to heal Lucian a little bit more. Go ahead and roll your was it a D8 plus 1 again? All right, 4 more hit
So
points.
4.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay,
see.
the wounds start closing up. I'm still a little bruised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
you guys got tore up pretty good.
my character passes out.
Who is we?
He just slumps.
Alrighty.
After Savaris applies the back to pack, he kind of looks at you like still kind of like down, kind of side glance, and then just slump.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes roll back in his head.
Okay. So while you
And
guys are
it's
kind
gone.
of doing, oh, sorry, you gonna say something?
No, I was just commenting on him falling asleep.
So while you guys are doing a little bit of patch up, and Fenrir goes and gets some bacon, I had forgotten about these here. I have. There's still more. They come scurrying out of the underbrush and out of the garbage pile. But the car rides are quickly able to. They have like blaster rifles, and they properly dispatch of each of these as they kind of come out of the undergrowth, and they're like, "Oh no, kill it!" And then pop, 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 and they're dead.
We definitely thinned the herd, though, I'm for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what? So the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19 of them. Mm-hmm. You guys did a number on them.
We did 20 of them because you forgot that one in the bottom left. You forgot to X them out.
Oh, this one wasn't up there yet. The
Yeah,
one the one that's down here.
okay.
I had just moved
Yeah,
them
yeah.
up there.
Okay. I
There's
didn't see
3
them.
more up to the north. I had
Yeah, I
forgotten
saw
about those as well.
3.
But the car rides arrived in time, and you guys kind of dilly-dallied about leaving.
I had no intention of leaving. I was going to fight and kill them all if I could.
Uh-huh. All right, but yes,
I think this may have been out of a winnable situation. This is what he was trying to say.
No, I
oh,
would
you guys would have been fine.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah,
Especially I had the high ground.
you guys are ready to go. Correct.
Yep.
Alrighty. So yeah, you guys have got it's about a 15-minute ride with the land speeder, to get to their headquarters, and you will be able to arrive just before dusk. Is there anything that you guys would like to do on the trip up there?
I do not.
Okay.
Take a short rest. You said 15
Not
minutes,
enough
right?
time.
Note the trail to this landing platform.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Memorize it.
a survival check for me if you want to try to like memorize. 3. You're
What has
the-
these rolls been, man?
yeah, the pain that's coming from your legs from the evening's fight is basically clouding your mind and trying to remember things. It's difficult.
It's like you remember the path perfectly, but in reverse.
Nice.
You know, if we were at the city, I had nowhere to go.
In fact, you remember an entirely different jungle planet that you were on. You're like, yes. Ah. And then you space out about which one you're actually at. Okay.
Aunt
So...
Jeremiah's cabin was in Felucia. The whole
Yeah, you
time.
remember this desert
man.
planet. And for some
I
reason you
remember.
have this mask that helps you breathe breathe air.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, I believe I had the next area already set up. Yes, in fact I do. And I'm going to double check. Alright. Yep. So bring you guys over to the next map. This map here, you guys approach from the left-hand side. This top left area. There's a bit of a green patch there. Nestled among the trees and on a bit of a mountainside, there is a facility. It itself shines and wears. It is brand new and it is top of the line. You see car rights, you see humans, and you see a flurry of other species. You see like there's a Duros, there's a Twi'lek or two. It's fairly diverse over here. They're kind of scurrying about, reading data pads. Some of them are talking in small groups. This base is like built into a rocky like outcropping. So from the air, or from the, if you were flying above head, this would be fairly hard to notice. But from the way that you're approaching the facility, it's fairly obvious. Oh yeah, there's a facility there. But from the air, it would be pretty hard to spot. Let's see here. Outside, you see there are about a dozen or so guards that are just kind of milling about. Like between all the different species and whatever, there's about a dozen that are just like lounging, waiting, having conversation outside the entrance of the facility. Let's see here. there anything that you guys want to do? Otherwise, Commander Dregs will lead you through the main entrance of the facility. Anything you guys want to do outside?
I just want to look around and see if there's any other details to pick up.
Okay, go ahead and just make a general, just a perception check for me.
Oh, scrolled way too far down.
A 12? What are you looking for in particular?
It's just like if there's any other like offshoot facilities or any like more like guarded areas or anything like that. Other like
You do not.
pathways.
There's just enough room in this kind of outcropping area for just the facility.
Okay. Are there any other paths that I can see that lead to the facility? Or is it just the one road we came from?
No, this is just a one way in, one way out.
Okay.
What do they look like for their intentions? Do these people look like they're honest working people, or do they seem like they are a bit more sketchy?
Go ahead and make an insight check as you get close enough and maybe you hear some of their conversation. 14. They seem to be just like opportunistic, like not like smugglers. You don't get the it's kind of like a vibe check basically.
Yeah.
They don't seem like executioner, mercenary, sellsword kind of like type people that are just like out there, just like, what's the next thing I can kill? What's the next thing I can kill? And nothing like that. Just like they're milling about. They're like the equivalent of soldiers that are on a military base that are just kind of just patrolling around, waiting for their next mission, kind of deal. They don't really seem to, their current care is what they're doing right now. That's the kind of vibe right now. Is they're just waiting for orders.
Okay.
Some of them do talk about, like, you do get close enough to one of the conversations, and they're talking about, oh, as soon as I get this job done, I'm gonna have enough credits to get out of here. Really? You think so? I don't know. You've been working here for a while. I gotta have enough to get out of here. I don't even know where I'm going yet. Really? That sounds like so much fun. Yeah, just outer space, find the next planet, see what's out there. That kind of deal.
Okay. I'm done. I'm good to
Okay.
continue.
Any other guys?
Nope, I'm done.
Ryan, is there anything you wanted to do before Commander
No.
Driggs?
I need to meditate, so that's about it.
Okay.
He's still sleeping in the speeder.
Yeah, I'm still sleeping in the speeder. Just out. Nobody grabbed me. Nobody woke me. I'm still there.
One of the car rides that, like, basically you had taken his spot kind of sees you, and he looks a little worried, so he, like, lightly, like, taps you on the shoulder. He's like, hey, buddy, you alive? And he, like, taps a little bit harder if you don't stir.
Am I close enough that if I yelled, the car rates and the speeder ahead of me would hear me?
Yeah, the land speeders pull up side by side each other. Just kind of
Okay.
you just outside of the facility stopped at this point, and you just kind of just disembarked, and you're just standing outside of the speeders. That's kind of what I'm
Oh,
thinking
okay.
the setting is right now.
Then I will, yeah, get off the speeder since they're stopped, and I'll be like, I'll get them up, and then I'll go up to Lucian and point two fingers out, both above his eyes, and I will flash him and see if that'll wake him up. Give him the old light to the eye.
Okay. Um, are y- are you
I
awake
am
now?
your god.
Does the bright light to your eyelids wake you up?
Well,
Are we
do
rolling
do
for
they?
something? Yeah, I don't know. Are we rolling for something here? Like
I
to
I
fight?
don't know. Does it wake you up?
Lucian?
Lucian?
Huh?
Lucian?
Huh?
He is checked out. I went up and flashed light, very bright light into your eye to try to wake you up from your coma.
No response.
No response.
He might be dead.
Other
You
than the
you now
that's all you got
notice
out of him.
it is now like dead quiet outside of the facility as this creature has just created this very bright light.
I had it concentrated into my fingers, so it's not just, hitting everyone.
Well, you're doing this magic voodoo in front of
Did you
everybody,
pull my
so
eyelids open to do this, or did you just do it?
No,
Just
I
trying
did
to
it
nerd
over
it
your
up.
eyelids, but because when you're asleep and there's a light on, you
Yeah.
notice a light's on, yeah. And if it's really
Unless
bright,
you're
it hits you.
exhausted and just recovered from a lot of pain and panic and stress
So, a
and
coma.
I'm not in a
Right.
coma. I'm just not responding. I'm
We'll
out.
let him sleep. He's fine. Let me I'm gonna try to listen for his breath to see if he's alive.
okay. Make a medicine check for me. You don't hear anything.
He's
You know,
dead.
you are a little bit worried. You seem to get healed a couple of times.
As you lean in, you hear a small voice say, "If you don't get away from me, I will wake up."
He said
How
if I
can a
don't get
dead
away
person
from him,
speak?
I'll. Seems he's not dead.
Hurry! Get him!
Unfortunate.
Start shaking him. Wake up!
I would say by this point that you are now fully awake. You're awake now.
Wake
As
up,
you're
Dave!
shaking me,
Slaps him.
my
Wake
face
up!
goes from blank to agitated. Open your eyes, Sylvaris. Open your eyes, Sylvaris. Open your
Oh, yeah.
eyes!
I open my eyes. Oh yeah, that's right.
What do you want? What do you need? What's going on?
We're here.
Oh, we were here.
You need to get up on your legs and use them.
I'm exhausted.
Well, what? Guess what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Get up and walk.
I pull some of that goop that from earlier next judgment under his nose.
It's quite pungent. You feel like you feel disgusted
saving
enough that like you don't feel tired anymore. Like trying to fall asleep now is more difficult than trying to stay awake.
He gets the alert status effect for the next 30
Hey,
minutes.
pretty much.
It's like a smelling salt.
Mhm.
But why do you guys have a landing platform way the heck out here? But you said it was, right?
Yep, he's still there. Well, um, that's not really my place to share that information. That's more on Counselor Weir. He has, he has his reasons, I'm sure. Um, that keep the best interests of all concerned. Yes. Counselor Weir will be able to answer your questions a lot better than what I can do. He's the one in charge.
Will we be meeting him tonight, or will that be something we do tomorrow?
And that's I'm bringing you to him right now.
Okay, I guess let's go see this guy. Do you know why he's brought us here, or why he wants to speak with us?
Well, if there's anybody that's out in our patrol area, we're supposed to bring them to him.
I see.
Nice.
Does that usually end good or bad?
Good. I understand it's maybe a little awkward. As a token of good faith, you can carry your weapons with you if you don't feel safe. You can keep them. We're not going to confiscate them from you. And you are more than welcome to join us inside. I would highly suggest that after dark. As I had stated before, there's much scarier things out there than what you came across. Child's Play, really, what you guys came across in comparison.
Well, then I will take you up on that offer. Don't want to test the waters. What about you guys?
Child's Play killed that many?
Yes.
I suppose we can go.
Okay. Let's see here. Find my notes again. Okay. So, as you follow Commander Dregs into the facility, the main corridor, it winds down, the facility isn't quite complete, but the main corridor winds down into the hillside here, and it inside the facility it finally opens up into a grand receiving room where there are sofas and there's wooden chairs. There's exotic fabrics on the table, and there's it looks very different than anywhere else that you have been before. None of your characters have seen such exotic chairs that are made out of wood. They don't do that anymore. A wooden table, that's unheard of. In the receiving room, you see that these are very, very fine, high quality chairs and table, fine woods. And the decor of the receiving area is pristine. It's perfectly set up. The door at the far end of the receiving area, it swings open. It's a wooden door. You guys haven't seen that either. Most doors in the Star Wars universe are usually metallic and they slide open. This one swings open. a very old, ancient technology, in a very rudimentary term, technology. And inside, or coming through the door, is another Cartwright, and he is smiling. He has his hands held open and wide, and he bows deeply as he comes a couple of steps inside of the receiving area. And still smiling, he says to the three of you, "Welcome. We were not expecting to be offering tours of our facility so soon. But it seems I have underestimated the curiosity and ingenuity of the citizens of this fine system. Please, please, have a seat. I'm sure that you have plenty of questions for me." And he gestures to the chairs and the table, and he takes one of the chairs, the fanciest chair, at the end of the table, and he sits down.
I'll go take a seat.
Who's all in the room with us right now?
It is currently this Cartwright that had just walked through the door. You have Commander Dregs, who had led you basically to the room, and he is standing just inside of the room. Inside this receiving area, there are a couple of windows on the sides that look out, and there's the swung in door that the Cartwright had entered through, leads to another part of the facility, and the door behind you leads back out towards the entrance. But there's lights hanging on the ceilings, and there's some sconces on the walls. But it appears to be just the party, Commander Dreg, and this Cartwright that had just welcomed you to sit at the table.
As I sit down, say, may I have your name?
Why, yes, I am Velen Weir.
That's nice to meet you.
Weir. I feel like
Oh,
I
Mr.
remember
Weir.
hearing that.
What do you have for us?
What do you mean?
We heard you wanted
Shelter?
to speak with us.
Why, yes. It is very unusual that there would be people traveling out in the jungle, apart from the locals. But even the locals, they travel in bigger numbers than what you are.
Well, we would love some shelter for the night.
Well, then you shall have it. You are guests here.
By the way,
Go ahead.
Velen Weir, why have you made this facility so far out here?
Well, we are quite remote, so there's low traffic. We deal with a lot of merchandise. If we were inside of the city, we would need to put a facility this size inside of Gadron or Hedret would disrupt a lot of the trade.
Not a lot of trade, huh? I'm gonna continue pondering.
So is there any cost associated with our stay here?
No, you are my guest. I wouldn't charge my guests to stay.
I see.
As you guys sit in the chairs, and as far as you're pondering, your eyes kind of dart around the room. You guys notice that the woods that are used to make this table and these really fancy exotic chairs are made out of they look like the exact same wood that is the forest, the trees outside.
So it's interesting make of this building of yours. I don't usually see wood be the primary material.
Um, so, um, well, our intentions are not to strip the entire forest of its beautiful trees. All of these chairs were made from trees that had already fallen or had died naturally. Let's try not to upset the balance. Besides, if we did strip the entire forest, we would have so much wood, we wouldn't know what to do with it all.
I see. I've heard of the rumors of there being special trees in the forest. Do you know anything of that?
Haven't heard anything about special trees. Maybe the Tarasin find them to be a relics or some kind of religious symbol.
Maybe. Is
Must
there
have been
anything else
pretty
you do for
nice.
the town and the city? Or are you just a simple trader?
Well, Kularn has some of the most unique resources. The wooden chairs that you're sitting in. They're some of the finest ornamental woods that, at least that I have come across in the entire galaxy. What we do is we take the fallen trees that have already died and we use them in our facility to make this pristine furniture and sell it to places and to people who appreciate this aesthetic of a simpler time. Good luck finding another room like this in the Kularan system. Try this entire sector.
I see. And was it you who was on the hologram during the festival?
Oh yes, our announcement. Yes, that was me.
Yes. Oh, cool. I don't think I have any more questions for you. What about you guys?
Oh, I have an idea. How about a tour of this fine establishment?
Of course. If you, all of our doors are open to you. We have nothing to hide.
I would like to say I'd like to see a bed, but somebody already woke me up.
You would.
You can fall back to sleep.
I cross my
You
arms
got
and
enough
kind
time
of
to
gaze
sleep
off
when
into
you're
the other
dead.
part of the room.
Mhm. Well, if it is sleeping quarters that you are looking for, I will assure you, we have the finest beds that you could ever sleep on in the entire galaxy. Good luck finding a better night's rest.
How about the finest? I turn back and look at him. How about the finest bottle to help me to bed now?
Um, a bottle? You want to sleep on a bottle?
No, to
I don't
drink.
understand him either.
Oh,
You guys
you
don't
want? Oh,
Oh,
refreshments.
to help you sleep. To help you sleep.
I thought he wanted to sleep on the bottle too. The guy's weird. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know. You're talking about
What
sleeping
is
and that
wrong
you
with
need a
you?
bottle.
You guys in your alcohol.
Well,
Can
what
you
did
guys
you
drink that
expect at
stuff?
this point? I'm tired, and you woke me up with the rudest method possible.
I didn't wake you up. He woke you up. He shook you up.
I
Uh,
distinctly remember a light in my eye,
Yeah, but your eyes were still closed.
'cause I was asleep. As I throw my hands in the air and I express like frustration.
So I didn't wake you up. He did. Is what I'm hearing.
you see at this point, amongst your bickering, you didn't notice that Captain Dregs had left and has already come back with what looks to be a fine crystal glass, and inside of it is some sleeping medicine, basically. I don't know. Kind of winging it here. And he will hand that to you, Savaris. It's like, here, this will maybe take the edge off.
So about this tour, I would love to go.
Well, first, let's go to the sleeping quarters. Um, and Captain Driggs will escort you to the basically end up going past like the equivalent of a mess hall, and you just past that there is a kind of like a more of a barracks type situation, and then a little bit farther along there's a bunch of doors that have numbers along them, and it eventually leads you to room number 101, and he it's another in-swing door, as is very fancy, um, and inside is a fairly similarly designed fashion. This old, ancient style um, bedroom, mini apartment thing, with wooden chairs and a table, and then there is a wooden bed with some very nice that is covered with some very nice blankets. So if you wish to skip the tour, I'm assuming that you want to, um, and get some rest, you can most certainly do so here.
Well, there you go, Lucian. Now, tell Fenrir to go and stay with Lucian while we go out on the tour.
Where's my bottle?
You have it. He gave it to you.
Okay. Take it, and I go into the room.
But Fenrir, make sure he doesn't act up.
We're counting on you, Fenrir.
Kind of nuzzles your elbow arm area, and leaves and goes into the room with Lucian. He does like a couple of circles, and then he plops down on the rug that's in the middle of the room.
I plop down on the bed, throw my feet up, pull the
It
cork
is
out of the
the
bottle, and start.
most comfortable Tempur-Pedic with Egyptian cotton bed sheets that you have ever slept on, and
Well,
this
before
is
you can
Never
even
heard of
open
this
it.
before.
this is like
must be
fine
fancy.
sleeping what you're doing here.
Never even heard of Egyptian before. It must be good.
Yeah, it must be
Top of the
real
line
good.
stuff right there.
Is it made out of 100% authentic Ewok fur? What?
Well, that's not the weird part. It's the lamps that are made from human skin that light the room.
hmm So yeah, it looks like a very nice hotel room that you
Wait,
would
why'd you
see
say yes to that?
in our
There's human lamps?
human lamps.
He didn't disagree. He agreed.
Hey
There's
man,
there's
different
lamps in
people,
there.
different places.
This is
Human lamps, they can be human, made out of human. I think that.
oh my gosh, that's what you meant. Oh my gosh, no.
I was like, honestly,
No, the lamps are not made out of human. No.
They're made of Kjolaren. That's what they're made out of.
Yeah, they're made out of Tarasin. Uh-huh.
Dianthians.
Okay.
My species is exotic. You wouldn't be able
Exactly,
to
that's
find
why
my
it makes it
species.
even more special.
That's right. That's what makes them. That's what makes the lights glow. Is your species eyeballs.
Yeah, there's not even a light bulb in it. It's just the it's just the sconce. The sconce is lighting up.
But yes, the hotel room is very reminiscent of an ancient time that would reflect our today and age hotel rooms, which would never be seen in a sci-fi Star Wars theme. It's like, whoa, this is very out of place. And Captain Driggs will turn around and very businesslike will say, is like, where would you like to go next?
I think I'll let you
Your
lead us.
rooms are the room 102 and 103.
Thank you. I guess the tour now. Just follow behind you.
Yes, please show us this wonderful facility that you've made so grandiously out here.
Sure. All right. So there's like a spot for vehicles, for going out collecting the wood. There's a huge workshop in the kind of the middle of the facility, and then there is a separate storage area that is just full of crates, and there's repulsor lift dollies that can lift up the crate and move them around, basically the electronic pallet jack. Basically, they got those, and they hover off the ground a little bit. There's the canteen that you guys had passed, but for those of you that are on the tour, go ahead and make a perception check.
Click the wrong thing.
It looked well, right? Maybe if you persuade yourself
a
well enough,
persuasion.
it will be
11 and a
perception.
9. So the tour lasts a little over an hour or so, and by now that's kind of like the end shift, basically, for the workers that are there. And as you get done with the tour facility, you hear there's a bell chime, basically saying, "Hey, work's done," and You don't see anything that would tip you off as like this business being nefarious or that it's some kind of cover up. Um, or like they're trying to hide something.
Okay.
Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Let's see here. You do not see like with an 11. What was that? Savaris? You do not see um like other supplies that look like they have been brought to the facility. Um like there's like hmm, like goods that are typically so good the supplies and the goods that are typically traded within Gadrin and Hedret, you do not see any of those. Like you don't see any of those crates, or when you if you decide to look in some of the crates, you don't see any um, similar goods or traded things in the facility. Like I said, you like what Wellenveer said. You have free reign of the facility with the tour. You can look around. You don't have anybody like Commander Dregs. He kind of is like leads you around, and he's like, kind of if you go and you look in some of the crates, he just kind of stands there and lets you do it pretty much. He's like, yeah, you can look at them. Mm-hmm.
Didn't they steal something else from Marina's transport service? Was it just uniforms? Or no, it was like data pads too, right?
So you guys would know about the uniforms, that there were some uniforms that were stolen from the Hirskala um, trade people that you guys currently work for. And then that you had heard about. Actually, go ahead and make me a history check for me, please. History, like lore, I think, is what it is. Does that test your memory?
Yes, let's do that.
11. You remember that there were some Solistans back in the cantina that were talking about some parts missing. You don't remember exactly what, but there were some parts missing from one of the transports.
Okay. Hmm.
And if I remember correctly, you guys were told what the parts were, but you didn't know what they did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm making some tea. Getting tired.
We're gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon, but
Yeah, how dare you get tired?
um,
How
What
dare
do you think,
thee?
Aurora?
um,
Act like we just fought off some monsters or something.
yeah.
You know, like, a lot of monsters. That's why, the guy who's usually fighting a lot went to bed. Because he legitimately thought, I don't know, maybe we were going to die. Somebody was dying.
Yeah, it couldn't be me personally, but
Just built different.
Built different?
yeah.
That's why I'm
Almost
still
died.
up. Yeah, see, I'm built different. I almost died.
Yeah, he's getting his sand buff. He's come back stronger.
I wanna.
So
Well,
after if there's anything else that you guys want to do during the tour, Commander Dregs will lead you back to um, this reception area where you guys met Will and Veer.
I would like to finish the bottle.
Okay, yeah, you can do so. It's palatable. You can do it.
And after the bottle is finished, it's just going to kind of roll out of my hand onto the floor because I'm out.
Okay.
And Fenrir, as it's falling to the floor, will notice and catch it with his mouth, and then lightly place it down because he doesn't want to hear the sound of it breaking.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Have. Um. Yeah. All right. So we come back to the room,
Mm-hmm.
or to our rooms.
Okay. Okay. He had led you back to the reception area and is like, "Is there anything else that you would like to see?"
Nope. Thank you for the tour.
Okay.
And you said
Yes,
we're
it
free
was.
to walk around and explore if we want to go back and look.
Yes, of course.
Well, thank you for your
Well, we'll
time.
definitely take you up on that offer. I'm sure you're a busy man. You don't need to be entertaining guests your entire time.
No. Um, we do have a night watch that I'm in charge of. A couple of um, the a couple of the guard.
Oh, when do you have a break?
Oh man.
When that shift is over, and then I go to sleep.
You must have just been getting on shift when you ran into us.
Yes, yeah, we were on our um on patrol out to that landing platform that we had heard about, and then we heard all this fighting commotion, and we had seen some blaster bolts, and we decided to go check it out. I'm glad we came when we did. Could have gotten a lot more nasty.
Well, we thank you for that.
Yes, of
But
course.
I would say that we're getting pretty tired. It is starting to get late. Uh, I'm gonna probably call it a night. Wait, it's
Okay.
102, right?
Yes, 102, and then he nods to Aurora and 103.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I guess we'll head on our way. I think I remember the way.
Okay. And he will, um, like, kind of do like a, a semi-formal like salute and turn around and leave through the main entrance corridor that you guys had come down to. He leaves back up out of the facility.
Um, as Aurora and I end up walking, I'm gonna lean up to him and whisper, "Hey, we should probably go and check out the parking area a little later. Let's go and get a little bit of shut eye and then try and check out what's going on over there. I think we should see where they're getting their lumber material."
I agree. Well, let's rest for tonight.
Yes. Try and get in there. I want to try and sneak in and get into one of the trucks before it gets out of here.
Alright, now we'll start heading back. And when we arrive, I'm going to slowly and very quietly open Lucian's door, and then whistle for Fenrir to come, so he'll come to my room with me. And then I'll close the door back behind me.
Alrighty. Doing
And as
anything
I
else
lay
there?
down,
Oh,
This is
sorry.
the most uncomfortable bed I've ever laid in.
Go ahead and make a Constitution check for me.
It is the
Oh, I didn't
best.
save
Not
it.
a
It's
save,
save.
but the 7. You know, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but like, there's a part of
My
you that's
wings
like,
don't quite feel right.
yeah, exactly. You're like, this isn't quite meant for my kind, but okay.
The eminence and shadow feels way better than this.
As far as for you doing anything else?
Not for right now, no.
Okay, gotcha. Then that is where we will end tonight's session. Each of
Long
you
rest.
gets a long rest.
To watch.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Usually there's a lot more interactions, but I just
Yeah,
didn't
we
feel
started
like
off
my
with the combat
character
this time, so it
was
was
up
good.
for that. We fought for 2 sessions. There was a speeder bike fight, and then
Mm-hmm.
used up all my force. So
So yes, long rest, and then I will have to have a talk with you, Zach, as you fell unconscious and nearly died. I have a special thing for you, and then like I said, we will pick up next time. We're gonna try to shoot for. I mean, I'm always down for Saturdays, and I know that our schedules are kind of crazy, but yeah, just keep an eye on that scheduling channel in our Discord.
Yes.
Cool.
Ready?
We're doing a long rest on this?
Yes, you guys are able. Unless if you want to try to, if you don't want to take the long rest. I'm grinning from ear to ear if you don't take the long rest.
I almost got nothing back from that long rest. I only got 4 hit points back.
Hey man,
Because my force points, even though I used some, I had overabundance because of meditating in the.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. The
So all
temporary
the ones
stuff.
I used were the temporary
So
ones.
you definitely don't get that bonus this time.
Yeah, I know that, but
Not
so
in
I
these
basically
rooms.
gained nothing but
Mhm.
4 hit points.
Nice.
So what do
You
I
guys
gotta
are.
do with the failures? Do I wipe them away, or do they stay on there?
They go away every time you
Yeah. Yeah, you go
become
back
conscious.
to you're not making death saves, so you're good.
I just wanted to
Technically
know if
when
I
you
remove
receive
them.
the first healing, besides just the stabilization, you got rid of your death saves from a
Okay.
game mechanic stance. So,
Okay.
but there may be some repercussions from taking such a grievous wound and falling in
You have
combat.
a huge scar on your leg.
I mean,
So every time you take
For
a
the rest
step,
of the
take
campaign,
1d4
you
damage.
have a My Little Pony Band-Aid sticker on your leg.
I already can't grip heavy objects, so I mean, what?
Now you can't walk long distances.
I take a permanent -3 on my speed, so I can only go 27
Oh
instead.
gosh, that would be so hard to be like, oh, so you don't quite get there. You're
What?
technically 2 feet short.
25.
So you can't attack this person with your melee because you're technically over 5 feet away. No, that would be
Let me get the
horrible.
tape measure out and measure
Yeah,
on
you'd
my
have to
screen.
It's
probably
like at
do
that
an
point, you
increment
just do
of
minus
5.
10.
I was thinking
Oh yeah,
minus
5.
5,
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
but that will be for another time.
Yes, that'll have to be next time. So yeah, Fraser,
Yeah.
you're like I said, you're welcome to join us
I
in
still
for the
have-
next session.
And I have, 2 characters I'm making right now, so I have something just in case Sylvaris goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I do not. Aurora would never die.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora is the ride or die.
Next episode,
Oh.
the meteors are gonna hit directly on top of me. All like 30 of them.
Mm-hmm.
All 30 of the asteroids that Noel opened up today.
Oh no! I'm storing up. There's gonna be more than 30. There's
It's
more
like
than 30.
asteroid of many things.
the asteroids have the worm things inside of them. Oh,
No,
God.
no. We're not getting that complicated, not yet.
The brain worms.
Oh, yeah. See,
No,
brain
no, no.
slugs. Brain slugs are your friends.
The brain slugs. Yeah, the
Mhm.
brain slugs are your
I
friends.
meant the giant worm that they accidentally flew
Oh,
into in
God.
that one episode. Yeah.
Oh, in episode 5.
The space graboid.
But if you think about it, like for a creature of that size to exist in the asteroid belt means that there has to be enough food in that asteroid belt
Right?
to be able to have it grow that big.
I always thought that asteroid used to be part of the planet that got blown up, didn't it?
No,
Mm,
no,
no, different
no.
part.
There's a lot of actual asteroid
Mhm.
belts, like the Vigreso asteroid field, and then there's the
Mhm.
what the fuck is that one? Well, obviously there's Alderaan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I thought that was part of Alderaan, is what it.
No. Mm-mm. No, there's a couple of asteroid belts in the galaxy. That's just like just a bunch of asteroids. There's no like habitable planets or anything.
If you take the space combat from the uh,
Empire at War.
Empire at War game,
Mm-hmm.
there's just like asteroid fields inside the system. Like technically, we have a solar system here, and we have an asteroid belt that
Mm-hmm.
is between us and Mars.
I can't remember. Isn't there creatures that live inside the Kessel Run?
The Kessel Run? No. The Kessel Run is supposed to be the Kessel is the actual place, which is a basically like an asteroid like
Mm-hmm.
structure anyway, and that's supposed to be a like prison like complex
Mm-hmm.
where they
Oh, they have
mine harvest
PlayStation
spice.
tournaments now.
But the Kessel Run is the like one specific path that you have to fly through to get to Kessel. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go like what Han did and go through the Maw. And the Maw is like a hyper cluster of black holes,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Did
why
you ever
he
watch a
needs to.
Solo movie?
Fuck no, I didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, I did.
I know I did. Did you see that one, Ryan?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's the one where like the big creature like reaches out and it tries to grab the Falcon, but then he ends up using that.
I thought, yeah, like I said, I thought that happened in the Kessel Run. I could have sworn.
Yeah, that's in the part of the galaxy called the Maw, where it is just like death going in there.
Yeah, it's the Maw. Well, technically, everything's supposed to go at light speed, or at some factor of it. And since the Millennium Falcon goes faster than light speed, it's able to actually break through the whole
Mm-hmm.
black hole thing. Which is why it actually made it there in less than 12 parsecs.
Uh-huh.
Explains why it's a unit of or measurement or of distance than by time. At least they explained that. You know, everyone used to make so much fun of it. Ow. Sorry to nerd. Love that shit.
Oh man, I need to drink more water. Got a cramp. Ooh. That's better. Okay. Yeah, the Kessel Run. Pretty sweet. So yeah, I will catch y'all on the next one. We're gonna shoot for next Saturday. And, we'll pick up basically in the morning after of this. Good hanging out, guys. And, I'll catch you
Yeah, it's
later.
good hanging out.
Good.
Catch you guys later. See you later.